Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Farming Simulator 25. We are here checking out Kinlaig. Well, I'm fishing at the moment. Okay. This is really finicky. At least with the mouse, anyway. Because you're supposed to kind of keep that right with the fish. And we're going to let it away, you know. When you let go, it really lets go. There we go. Hey, wait a minute. I got a mounted fish. That's not cool. Wait a second. Well, I've seen stranger fish. I actually caught a trout earlier. But unfortunately, when you have you can't go into third person mode. So, yeah. That's kind of how I decided to get dressed for today for the idea of fishing. Because that allows me to kind of get out here into the water a little bit. Okay, now I'm over my boots. Now I got wet socks. Lovely. Sorry. But yeah, we're kind of checking this place out. Ooh, fancy. That is actually the castle that I've heard about. On Track of the Ancients. Guided tour to Kinlaig's megaliths. Well, let's go check it out. I've already taken care of the fields that I had ready to harvest. So we basically just turned everything around and resold it. This is fancy. Kind of makes you wonder if we can fish from here. I guess we can. Nice. You don't have to do anything extra. Whenever something catches on the hook, it'll catch. And it'll tell you, hey, you got a fish. I see a few fish swimming around down there. But, yeah. This guy's really moving. Oh, come on. I've seen some videos of people catching some really weird things. I mean, it is a game meant for kids, so, I mean, nothing too crazy, so. Ah, salmon. So you do have the option to either sell it, in this case for $100, or release it. I released the first one that I caught off camera, so we'll just do that. We'll just sell that one for $100. Why not? It's salmon. It's some good fish, in my opinion. Soul of the Highlands. Experience a traditional bagpipe concert with Kinlaig's finest piper, and if I'm saying the name of the town wrong, I apologize. Callum McGregor live. Huh. Random cannon sitting there. Of course, there's a farmer's coffee shop here. Why not? Why wouldn't there be? Guided tour to Kinlaig's. Yeah, okay. Can't open that door. Darn, what a shame. Hey, look, random propane tanks and other stuff. I do like the fact that we have a castle. It's a shame that it won't let us go in. I'm checking it out because I've always loved castles. I love ancient history, things like that. But it's really weird that we have cannons over here too, for a castle. Hey, they even got people walking in here too. Sweet. So it's not just, you know, dead. Well, I say dead, but I mean, you know... Wait, what's this? Read book. First century. 1 of 12 chapters found. Okay. What's the first entry? There's nothing in there. Okay. Well, nothing too crazy in there. Oh, dog waste. Like, oh, what's that? Oh. Let's go back to our car and make our way actually over into town. I've yet to go to town, yeah? Be in town, go to town, one of those. But this just came out. If you're having issues, like you have the, what was it, Season 1 pass or something like that, like I do, make sure you may have to go into your, oh, what is that? Give me 1 second here. So make sure you go into your page for Farming Simulator. Then when you go open up your manage, go into your properties. Then under DLC, you should be able to have the option to force the install. That was the issue I had because Steam was telling me that I own it. That it's already in my... it's basically my property already, but Farming Sim wasn't seeing it because it wasn't installed. So yeah, I know this is a little bit later in the day, but still, just wanted to make sure you guys are aware that if you're having issues getting it to work, check that if you have it through Steam. But if you guys have been living on a rock and you don't know about this coming out, it's the Highlands DLC. I have yet to see these lights change. At least these ones look like they're actually on and working. There is a classic train somewhere on the map. I've seen it once, and for as many times as I've crossed the train tracks, I've only seen it once. Sorry, I'm just kind of looking around here. This is the car that you get and start with. So we'll get to that here shortly, though. Oh man, imagine having to turn around, try to back in like this and just get your boat in the water. I wonder how well some of the pre-existing boats would work if I could use like the one I have. I have a pontoon boat that I believe I got off of kingmods.net, but I'm just wondering how well that would work. So you got a fish market over here, sell point for fish, I believe. Oh, wait a minute. We're gonna do some sketchy stuff here. Alright, so that's sell point. Loading zone. Oop, and that's a wall. This car does have an engine, so you guys don't have to worry about trying to set up electrical or anything like that. Because I think there is an option for an electric vehicle of this style, but I don't... Hold up. Alright, that's kind of cool. Get some graffiti over here and giants. Nice. Someone had a little fun with that. I don't know if that's supposed to be teaser or not. Not really, because I see it over there too. So that is kind of cool that someone had a little fun with that and did that. But now we're just kind of out for a drive. Let's head on back to the house. Let me see. Yes, and we do have Highland cattle. All right, so that's where the train can enter. Looks like if we have control of the train, we can back it into there. Maybe not. But it comes all the way down. That's what this black line is, and it enters our exits there. With the direction that I saw it the one and only time, it was heading towards the south. Speaking of our farm, this is what we start with as far as property. Ooh, I'm curious. Is there a way? I don't think so. So it doesn't look like there's a way to own the waterways or the streets. It looks like everything is just borderline, which, yeah, I'm not a big fan of, but it is what it is. So we do own, sorry, I'm getting a little ahead of myself here with the buttons. So we do own 49, which is the home farm, 50, which is the cattle. 23 is we just harvested. Same with field 20, we just harvested that. 22 is currently in a plowed state. That's the way it comes. And 35 is ready to harvest, apparently. I completely forgot about that, but that is grass. So I can do that just about any time. I'm not 100% restricted. I have until end of November to get our cut of grass out. So there is that. I do want to, the only thing I don't have is sorry, I'm moving my mic around if it sounds a little funky. And let me show you what we start with. I haven't added anything. I made a few adjustments by taking the vehicles to the shop. Not this one. Not the Skoda, I haven't. But this guy I did. I increased the horsepower on that. Same with our large tractor, New Holland. We do have a front loader for the JCB and forks for it. This guy, I basically put the extension on it because when you start off, you don't have this top piece, if that makes sense. Let's see here. What do we have? Okay, so cultivator, power harrow, which is probably attached to this, the seeder. Of course, our combine with appropriate equipment for that. We do have a front attached mower with a forage wagon and a couple weights. So not much as far as what we got. But I think what I might do, because we already have a New Holland, is I think I'm going to make a New Holland farm. Or at least try to. I realize that's just going to be the farm equipment or the tractors itself. But interesting. So I'm trying to look at my little mini map to see exactly what's going on here. Bigger map doesn't really tell me much, but just the fact that you can't go straight. Oh, that is a bit of a bump. You really have to take that slow. Holy crap. Yeah, I don't want to take it slow. If I roll my vehicle, I roll my vehicle. Our farmlands are just up here anyway. There we go. So, our Highland cattle. Don't want to bother him, he's eating. These guys are adorable. Look at him! Doesn't have the horns yet, but he's still just a 6-month-old. Look at them. They're adorable. Gotta love it. I do need to get water. I know I don't have a water tank, but I do need to get water over here for these guys. That looks like there's water in there, but the game registers a count. Yes, I know. The game registers the fact that there's 0 water in this pen. We do have sheep here at the farm as well. And I'm not a big fan of how they did the sheep, but then again, I'm not a big on what sheep actually need. So here's our farm. You know, I haven't been down this way. Let's get these gates open. Oh, this must be our silo system. I just have sold things direct, so. And this just looks like almost like an abandoned shed, but it would still work to use. Oh yeah, that's where the grain's got to come out. Man, if I knew that, I probably would have used this and not just sold it direct. But I find it interesting, though, is if we... Because you don't see anything over here as far as the actual silo part of it. Because you got this, and it looks like it just sits there. But how does it get to over here? You don't see any piping inside. Sketchy, sketchy. Looks like a trash section for old equipment. Again, looks like maybe for... No, it's not giving me any... Oh yeah, it is. Compacting silo to make silage. Let's go through this back in the garage. At least over here, close to it. And you know me, I'm gonna definitely get a nice big truck for these European streets. So when I said I'm not a big fan of the sheep pens, this is what I mean. Oh, he fell down. Yeah, they got plenty of food right now, so it is kind of nice that they are undercover, but I may have to change that, and just for my own sanity, that just seems kind of cruel and unusual. But maybe that's a thing for Europe. So here's where we have a few more pieces of equipment. We do have another gate over here to get out. And then down this path as well, which I have not taken, so I don't know if there's a gate down at that end. There's definitely some room for exploring. Let me, because I completely forgot to do this before I started recording. Let's take flight and check things out. So that's a path that gets you up to this field. This is my grass field that I need to cut. There, where's that? Okay, there's that path. So there actually is no gate over here. So someone can access my property. Oh no. Sorry. This is this field. These aren't bad sized fields at all. This one took me a hot minute with that harvester. With the way I've been doing it, I don't do the straw drop on the borders, but I do it in the middle. So that way I don't have to worry about constantly driving over it, that type of thing. Because you do want to start on your borders when you're harvesting. But we do have a nice little field here for the Highland cattle. I just may decide to fix things up, change things up, and go from there. But as far as the description goes, it's all part of the Highlands pack. So the only thing I really have is rocky valleys covered with rough grass and inhabited by Highland cattle under an overcast sky that stretches far out to sea. And by the way, let me pull up the map again once it's saved. The map is not really tiny. I think it's probably about the same, obviously same size map as everything else, but we do have all this open water up here. Unfortunately, we cannot cross this bridge, even though it looks like we should be able to get up here. But yeah. And supposedly there is, I don't know if it's on this island, but supposedly there's some another castle that you can build. It's in rough shape, apparently. Oh, look, there it is. But it looks like there could be one up here too on this island. But yeah. Where was I at? Under an overcast sky that stretches out far out to sea, farmers and aquaculturists put to sea and plow the soil in this brand new wind-bitten environment. Rich with history, Kinlaig invites with nature and authentic architecture like century-old castles, as well as new construction projects. You can board boats. You can apparently fish off of boats. Yeah, haven't quite done that yet. It looks like onions and fish are obviously brand new things. I can't say plants because, well, fish aren't plants. Onions are, but yeah, basically things for you to invest in, your time, money, all the above. So, and apparently a few new brands as well. Looks like one of them being Can-Am is now official in Farming Simulator. So yeah, I think we're having fun here. I'm curious to see how many people update their maps to allow fishing, if that is a thing that they can do, as well as adding onions to their maps. So we'll see how it goes. Obviously today is the first outright release of the game, or the DLC, I'm sorry. So we'll have to see and take it from there. So we're going to go ahead and finish this up here, guys. So as always, if you happen to like what you see, if you catch yourself watching more than one of my videos, please do us both a favor and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. That bell will let you be notified of every single video I post, and not just select few here and there. If you made it this far in the video, I want to say thank you, and I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you, and I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. So with all that being said, guys, we will catch you next episode. Take care. Peace.